The first time I saved a life, I was 6 years old. I was having dinner with my parents when I saw my neighbor through my window suddenly fainting on her couch. I suddenly felt a pain in my chest, and I knew that she was feeling it too. That lady was in danger. I made my parents follow me to her house and call 911. She'd been having a heart attack, and the doctors saved her life thanks to our help. That was the day my powers were recognized. You see, I've always been a bit different from others around me. My parents didn't realize it for the longest time. They thought it was just funny that I burped every time they did. They loved me for how I always seemed to know how they were feeling. I was the dream daughter, but they never thought that I was some kind of medical marvel. After many years of testing, we discovered that I had a rare condition called mirror touch synesthesia. I could physically feel what other people feel, so long as I was looking at them. I became an instant hit among the doctors in town. Synesthesia this strong was rare to find, and they were all clawing at the chance to study me. I wanted to help people with what my dad called my superpower. So I answered doctors' questions day after day and let them run countless tests on me. And the day they published their findings, everything changed. I went to school like it was any ordinary day and noticed that the vibe was totally different. People were saying hello to me. They wanted to talk to me and sit with me at lunch. Wait, what? I'd always been the weird, emotional loner. Why was I suddenly Miss Popular? Everyone was curious about me and wanted my attention. Even Selena, the most popular girl in school. When I was heading to class, she pulled me aside. You're the girl who can feel people's emotions, right? Yes? Great. I need you to do something for me. Apparently, Selena was in a crisis. She was sure her boyfriend was cheating on her, and she wanted me to watch him while she asked him the truth. He's too good a liar. The only person he can't lie to is you, Lucia. I don't know. I'll give you $100. Sold. She took me to the football field where her boyfriend was hanging out with the other players. Tell me the truth, Sam. Are you cheating on me? The entire team fell silent as everyone stared at the two. No way, babe. You're the only one for me. Selena turned to me. Sorry, he's lying. I can feel his guilt. Sam, you total jerk. Babe, don't tell me you believe this loony over me. You bet I do. We're over, jerkface. Come on, Lucia, let's go. Selena stormed away, pulling me along. She took me to her cheerleading gang and told them what I did for her. Before I knew it, I had become a celebrity among the girls in my school. I could tell girls who had a crush on them and who hated them. I even knew if their boyfriends had a secret crush on their sisters. The assignments got crazier by the day, and the payments got bigger. Once my list of clients began to grow, I decided to take my business a step further. I built a simple app that the girls could use to reach me with their problems. I could tell a lot just looking at a photo. The app spread through my school like wildfire. I had a new energy when I went to school now. I was the most popular girl in school, and I loved it. I now had a huge, strong troop of loyal girlfriends. I was invited to every party and sleepover, and my social schedule was always packed. And best of all, the money I made really helped my parents out. I paid off our mortgage and bought them a car. And I had money left over to buy myself an awesome gaming setup and a whole new wardrobe. Life was going great, till the day I decided to ask Nate, the new boy, out. Nate was such a total babe that I knew I had to ask him out. So I made my move at lunch. He noticed me as I came near him, and his boredom changed to fear? Before I could even process his emotions, he picked up his tray and ran away. What was happening? I tried to talk to Nate once more when we were leaving school that day, but one look at me and he ran away again. I looked around me in shock, and that's when I suddenly noticed it. I gasped. There were no boys near me. They'd all formed small groups that hovered at the edges of the parking lot, and they were always looking at me. Even at this distance, I could feel it. I walked towards them, and they literally ran away from me like scared little rabbits. What's up with the boys, Selena? They're scared of you, Luce. They know that if you see them up close, you'll know all their little secrets. So it turned out that my powers were scaring all the boys away from me. I tried to ignore it at first, but it started to get under my skin. First, they stopped partnering with me in class. Then they started wearing hoodies and sunglasses to school to hide their faces from me. Till one day, they even started disappearing from the hallways when they saw me. This was getting beyond ridiculous. As if this wasn't bad enough, this Lucy phobia meant my job was getting harder too. Now that the boys were avoiding me, I was always hiding and wearing disguises to spy on people's dates. Thankfully, the money was still rolling in. But when I didn't get asked out for the spring dance, I was devastated. I turned off my app for a day. I didn't want to hear anyone's problems today. I had enough of my own. Selena called me 5 minutes later. Hey, why is your app not working? Because I don't want to work. Why not? Luce, I want you. It's like life and death. It's Alex. Ugh. Alex was some boy from another high school that Selena had been crushing on forever. He's coming to my party tonight, and I'm gonna finally ask him out. You have to come too because I obviously, totally need you. When I tried to refuse, she offered to triple my rate. I gave in. Fine. Just this last time. I promise I won't need your help once I have Alex. I sure hoped so. Her party was a wild, crowded scene. But even here, the boys took one terrified look at me and moved away. That's it. I'm out, I thought as I stormed off away from them and crashed right into someone, spilling water all over them. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. That's okay, beautiful. I looked up in surprise to see the most gorgeous boy I had ever laid eyes on. But I ruined your shirt. I don't mind you ruining anything I own. I could feel that he meant it. I blushed. Now, show me where I can clean up. I led him to the bathroom. We talked while we ran through Selena's giant mansion, and it felt amazing. Finally, a boy who didn't look at me like I was a ghost. Then as we spoke, he suddenly took off his shirt to dry it over a heating vent. He looked so hot, I literally wanted to melt. Are you checking me out? No. Liar. He grinned at me. My face was pretty much entirely red now as I turned to leave. Perhaps you could continue checking me out over dinner sometime. I was too shocked to hide my surprise. You're asking me out on a date? I know, it's a bit fast. I mean, I don't even know your name. I gasped. That's why he was so chill. He didn't know who I was. But sometimes you just have a feeling, you know? I knew exactly how he felt. Just as I was about to say yes, Selena showed up behind us. Lucia, Alex, you already met. I nearly passed out. He was Alex? The Alex? Why is he shirtless? Alex answered her while I mentally kicked myself repeatedly, hard. I wanted the one guy I couldn't have tonight, and he wanted me. But that didn't matter. Selena quickly texted me to go away and watch them from a distance because she was gonna ask him out. I made a lame excuse and started walking away when I felt a tap on my shoulder. It was Alex. Hey, before you go, were you gonna say yes? I panicked and blurted out, yes to what? Going out with me? Sorry, no. I walked away hurriedly and sat with them in my vision. I watched Selena ask him out. I felt Alex's disappointment as he said yes. I was disappointed too. Selena begged me to shadow them for 2 dates, just till he asked her to be his girlfriend. With the crazy money she was offering, I just had to do it. I could retire. On their first date, I was very careful and wore my best disguise. I was watching Alex's face over the top of my book when suddenly he looked at me, like right at me. He recognized me. I could feel his confusion and amusement. He was about to come over. I panicked and slid under the table. Nice outfit, Lucia. He walked away without waiting for a reply. I had no answers to give when Selena grilled me. I can't believe he spotted you. Ugh, look, I need you there when I ask him to be my boyfriend. So I'll just do it in a public event, like a party. Unstoppable Selena put together an event faster than I could blink. I went for my last assignment, sulking the whole way there. But then I saw Alex at the party, and he made my heart hurt. Where on earth would I find a boy like him again? Are you ready? I nodded grumpily. She took Alex aside and told him how she felt. The first thing I felt was Alex's polite but firm no. I could sense Selena's anger and disappointment as she turned around and ran away. Just then, Alex turned and walked right up to me. You're not a very good spy, but you're a very good friend. Helping Selena out like this with your powers when you clearly have a crush on me. My face was red again. So what? You have a crush on me? Yeah? But you know what I do. Why aren't you running like the other boys? Because I have nothing to hide. Plus, you're just too gorgeous to ignore. Will you go out with me? Just don't ruin my shirt. I finally said yes. It was so exciting to finally go out on dates with an amazing person. I was blissfully happy till the day I walked into Alex's prom, totally unaware of what was waiting for me inside. All the girls from my school were here. Selena was here too, and she walked up to the stage pointing at me. There she is, girls. There's the awful girl who promised to help me and then stole my boyfriend. The girls began to boo me loudly. Let this be a warning to all of you. Never, ever hire Lucia ever again. The girls began to boo even louder. I wasn't even dating Selena. She's nuts. It's okay, Alex. I could feel the hatred of literally 100 girls right now, but I really meant that. I was done helping them. My life at school went back to usual and people quickly forgot I even existed. They left me alone, but this time I wasn't lonely. I had a lot more confidence and an amazing boyfriend by my side who loved me. With Alex and my parents' support, I finished my education in psychology and began to help people as a licensed therapist. I finally started using my powers the way they were meant to be used, to save lives. Save lives. Hi, I'm Olive. I was adopted by my foster parents when I was only 4, and ever since then, I lived with them in India. Both of them love me to bits, but just as I turned 5, my foster mom died of some illness, and 2 years later, Dad married another woman who also had a girl child named Ria. She was 2 years older than me, and I was excited about finally having an elder sis. But for some reason, we never got along, and even my stepmom totally hates me. On my 10th birthday, I woke up to find party preps going on in the house. I ran to my stepmom to find her busy putting makeup on Ria. OMG, Mom, I can't believe you're throwing a birthday party. Can you put some makeup on me too? I love you so much. Throwing a party? I won't even throw garbage in your name. All this is for my own beautiful daughter. Just then, Dad came in and hugged me. Well, my beautiful daughter never needs makeup. She's an angel already. Happy birthday, dear. He gifted me a beautiful necklace, and then we both baked my birthday cake together. Dad was literally the best. One day in the 7th grade, as Ria and I were walking to school, a boy jumped in front of us with a rose. You're so beautiful, Olive. Ria snatched the rose from his hand and crushed it under his feet. As soon as we reached home, Ria fed lies to her mom and she turned into an angry goddess. So, you're planning on spoiling my name? You ugly brat, talking and hanging out with boys. Do you think you're Miss World? You're not going to school anymore. Mom, wait, just listen, I didn't... What, you mean Ria is lying? My stepmom took my hand and tried to lock me in my room, but just then, Dad came in and saved me. That's enough. This is not how you treat my girl. Dad took me away and told me something really shocking. He said he'd track down my real mom and I could go see her. Dad, no, I love you, and no matter what, I'm not leaving you. A few weeks later, he went abroad for a business trip, and I was dreading being left alone with my stepmom and Ria. But the very next day, my stepmom woke me up with a coffee and a smile. Something was wrong. She even gave me Ria's makeup kit and asked me to put it on. But when I went downstairs, there was a big group of people in my house. She then whispered to me, "Listen, behave well. That's the groom's family. For God's sake, make them like you. I just want to get rid of you as soon as possible." What? Are you talking about marriage? Mom, I'm not even 16, and I know this is illegal. So if you all don't want to end up in prison, please leave. After they left, my stepmom went crazy. Have you lost your mind? How long do you want to stick with us?
The foster care paid very little this time, and your dad is spending everything for you from his pocket. Gosh, you really suck. She then blocked Google so I wouldn't email my dad, but I used FireGuard VPN and unblocked Google and Gmail. I decided I couldn't stay here anymore. I wrote an email to Dad telling him everything and left home that night with the address he gave me. And man, LA was like a whole other planet. Everything was so different. The people, their speech, food, everything. And my real mom was an actress, a big shot celebrity, and I had no idea about that. When her guards introduced me with the adoption papers, she was shocked, but the next second, she hugged and kissed me like she loved me so freaking much. Oh, Oliviana, my baby. It's Olive, Mom. You would have known if you cared. It's not Mom, Oliviana. Call me Sandy, just like my fans do. And trust me, baby, I gave you up only for your good. But I'm sorry, okay? I couldn't take it all in one go, but life there did seem nice. Mom gave me more than enough of everything. She appointed 3 maids personally for me, and my food came from different 5-star hotels every day. She also put me in the best school in LA, and I was getting a royal treatment there. Right from day one, all the kids were trying to be friends with me. Hey, Olive, I'm the cheerleading team captain. You can have the seat next to me. Hi, can I show you around the school? I'm pretty much the popular guy here. Well, I soon knew it wasn't for me, but my Rolls Royce and my mom's money. But I loved it anyway. However, I found the school totally weird. All girls had boyfriends and nobody punished them for it. I even saw some girls and boys kissing in the hallway. It took me some time to adjust, but slowly I started to feel lonely inside. Mom was always busy with work and she barely had time for me. So I decided to make it up with cooking. Yes, I started taking cooking lessons and it was so much fun. Once I saw Mom saying in a TV interview that she loved shrimp salad. So I learned the recipe from YouTube and made it for her. I was so excited for her to taste it, but she acted so weird. Darling, what's this? Is that thing moving? Gross. But you said shrimps were your favorite in the interview last night. I did? Oh, then it's a lie. Don't take my words seriously, sweetie. She left without even touching the food that I cooked for her. I felt so bad. The next day at school, I was surrounded by so many boys wanting to take me out on a date. Gosh, I really wish I could disappear for some time. Just then, a boy named Elon came to me and said, "Hey, you're Olive, right? The principal is calling for you right now." I went to the principal's office, but just as I was about to enter, he held my hand and stopped me. Well, she didn't call for you. I just saw your sullen face when those kids were pestering you. So I just lied to help you escape. Don't be mad, all right? Oh my, why would I be mad? He was so charming and his dreamy eyes. I could feel butterflies in my stomach. Afterwards, we had lunch together and he seemed so different from the others who were constantly trying to flirt with me. In no time, we became quite close and he was literally the best person I have ever met. Then one day, I took him home with me. But for the first time, Mom was at home and sitting in the drawing room. Sandy, what are you doing here? What am I doing here? This is my home, sweetie. OMG, that's your mom? I can't believe it. I'm a crazy fan of yours, ma'am. Can I have your autograph? Oh, please, call me Sandy. What? Did he just say he was a crazy fan? And why was Mom acting like that? Ugh, stardom sucks, but whatever. I left the two of them alone and went to grab something to eat. But when I returned, I saw Mom hugging him. Oh dear, I wish I had a son like you. What? Wasn't I enough? She kept chatting and laughing with him for hours while I just fell asleep on the sofa. And when I woke up, the weirdest thing happened. The maid told me that both of them went out for dinner without me. What in the world was going on? The next day at school, I was looking for Elon when I heard some strange giggles and talks behind my back. Oh, Olive, I can't believe your mom is dating Elon. Is he gonna be your dad now? Shut up. What's wrong with you? Elon's about to be my boyfriend, so stop spreading lies. Seriously? You didn't see the newspaper today? Or Facebook or Instagram? Their lovey-dovey pics are viral everywhere. What was happening? I immediately grabbed my phone and saw the breaking news on every social media page. Hot young actress dates a schoolboy. OMG, I nearly fainted. I thought Mom would be so upset, so I rushed home, but to my shock, she behaved like nothing had happened. Oh, this is very normal for a famous celebrity like me, honey. And this kind of publicity is good for my career. But don't you worry. I heard the boy has no parents and is living in a shelter. And I'm adopting him next week. Then you'll see how everything changes. What? You're adopting Elon? You can't do that. I was just gonna ask him on a date. And you want him to be my brother now? No way, Sandy. Mom just smiled and walked away. What on earth was she thinking?
The next morning, she came to my room and talked as if nothing happened yesterday.
Oliviana, today is the last day of my shoot for this movie. I knew you wanted to see my world. Come on, honey. She was absolutely crazy. But I met so many stars whom I've only seen on TV, and it was just awesome. Then someone asked Mom if I was her daughter, and she said, "Daughter? Are you freaking mad? Look at my body. So stunning. I would never spoil my youth and my career by having a child. She's just my maid's daughter. And since I have such a huge heart, I decided to adopt her." Gosh, what kind of mom was she? I didn't talk to her all the way back home. But worse, she didn't even try to apologize to me and kept on giving excuses. Darling, this is how my life is. I can't survive in this field for long if everyone knows I'm getting old and I have a child. So, enough, Sandy. God, how can you be so untrue every minute? You've never been genuine to me, and I completely hate this life and you. The next day, I went to school and asked Elon if he knew about the adoption thing. And to my worst nightmare, he just hugged me and said, "Hi, sis. How are you doing?" What? Did you just